2 years back, I got diagnosed with piles, hemorrhoids, grade 2. It all started with mild pain after pooping, but I kept ignoring it. And suddenly one day, I found a lump in my anal region where we wash after pooping. But it was not the kind of lump that comes from inside the anus. It was a lump on the skin surrounding the anus. Basically, it was external hemorrhoids. But I didn't know about hemorrhoids or piles at that time. So, looking at the lump, I immediately got scared that it is cancer. So, I took leave from office, rushed to the best doctor at the best hospital I know, only to find out I have piles. But truth be told, I was not relieved that I don't have cancer. Instead, I got depressed that I have piles. Because with cancer, you're going to die. There is an end to the disease. But piles, it's a lifelong problem. Also, in cancer, since you're going to die, people around you are going to feel sorry for you. They're going to feel sympathetic towards you. Oh, he's going to die. So they're going to be all nice to you. But in piles, I was so ashamed of piles that I hid the truth from everyone for a long time and simply kept lying to people about what condition I had. Hashtag proud liar. So basically, I, I, I wished I had gotten cancer and died instead of living a shameful life suffering from piles. Why? Because piles is such a taboo disease. I remember the first time I heard I got piles, I literally cried out of shame. But this was all 2 years back. Now, after a lot of trial and error, finding the right diet with the right balance of fiber and water, I'm finally pain free for the past 6 months. And I have come to realize how piles is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. Why? Why? Because fiber. Let me explain. If you take the top 10 causes of death published by WHO organization, the first one is heart attack, second one is stroke, and the ninth one is diabetes. And piles diet saves us from all three diseases due to fiber. Let me explain. If you take all the food that we eat, they basically fall under five categories: sugar, carbs, fat, protein, and fiber. And out of these five food types, fiber is the only food item that doesn't get absorbed by our body. Basically, if you eat 10 grams of fiber, then all 10 grams comes out in your toilet. Why? Why? Because our body cannot break, digest, or absorb fiber. So every time we eat fiber, our body tries breaking that fiber, fails, wastes a lot of time, and so our entire digestion process gets slowed down because of fiber. So the efficient thing to do would be to remove all fiber and eat only what we absorb, right? Wrong. We should switch off our computer science brains because, like computers, we don't want our digestion system to run faster and faster. Because if our digestion system is fast, then our stomachs will get empty fast, we will get hungry quicker, and we'll keep eating again and again and again, grow fat, and develop diabetes. So, fiber slowing down the digestion means it takes longer for us to get hungry again. Therefore, we eat less number of meals per day, and the total amount of food intake per day reduces. And even in each single meal, because we eat a lot of fiber, even though we feel like we've eaten a lot, we feel full and satisfied, we actually don't put on weight because very little gets absorbed by the body as most of it is just fiber. So basically, we are like those poor African kids. In extreme poverty, when the kids don't get anything to eat, what they do is they make cookies out of mud and eat that. Seriously, you can go on YouTube and check. So by eating these mud cookies, the kids actually don't get anything. So they eventually get malnourished, thin, and weak. They basically tend to lose weight. But none of those kids feel hunger. They always feel full and satisfied. Power of fiber. So people who go on diets to lose weight, they usually give up because they are unable to tolerate the pain of starving in hunger. But there is a way to lose weight without feeling hungry, and that is fiber. Simply reduce the rice that you eat and increase the vegetables that you're eating. You're still eating a plate full of food. You're not starving or feeling hunger. But you're going to be losing weight as you're eating more fiber and less is getting absorbed by your body. But you're not going to be malnourished like the African kids because you're eating vegetables, not pure fiber. Vegetables contain a lot of vitamins. And the second advantage is slower digestion means lower cholesterol. And lower cholesterol means lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. I am the anecdotal proof. My total cholesterol used to be 202, but after taking Piles diet full of fiber, my cholesterol reduced to 157 within a year. And the reason is when cholesterol is high in our body tries to excrete that excess cholesterol into our poop. But the transfer of cholesterol from our blood to poop is very slow. So, whenever we eat fast digesting foods, there is not enough time for the body to excrete all the cholesterol into the poop. So, cholesterol gets accumulated in our body and we remain at high cholesterol. But eating fiber slows down the digestion process and gives a lot of time for the body to excrete all the cholesterol from the blood into the poop. So, fiber rich foods reduce the risk of diabetes, heart attacks, and strokes. So, you can prevent yourself from developing three big diseases if you develop the one big disease, piles. But I'm just kidding. In order to prevent these three diseases, you don't need to develop piles, you just need to eat fiber. But nobody eats fiber unless they develop piles. And the reason is because in piles, the feedback loop is instant. For example, if you eat junk food today, then you get extreme pain tomorrow. And it's not just during pooping. If you get severe pain, then your entire day gets ruined even after the poop. You can't sit, you can't work, you can't focus. You will suffer the entire day just sitting in horrible pain. But normal people, when they eat junk food, they don't get any punishment the very next day. They get their punishment 5 or 10 years later when they finally develop heart attack and diabetes. So everybody gets punishment, but for normal people, the feedback loop is delayed, and for piles patients, the feedback loop is instant. So it's like climate change. If you say 50 years down the line, your house is going to collapse, nobody gives a damn. But if you say your pants are on fire, everybody is like, where is water? Where is water? So we should really thank piles for turning us into healthy people. Because, because for normal people, healthy food is the choice, but for piles patients, healthy food is the mandate. I'll see you in the next video.